Not all dwarves are delvers in the earth or master smiths. A rare few become engineers, creating wondrous machines from steel, wood, and stone. You have wanted to be an engineer ever since you were a young dwarf, growing up in your father's workshop at Chaosbane. Your father, Gunnar Torkelson, was one of the greatest engineers of his generation, and being his only child, he taught you everything he knew. In time, you helped him design and build some of his greatest feats of engineering. But the life of an engineer was not without risk. Harnessing the power of fire and steam demanded precise craftsmanship and the finest materials. Any error, no matter how slight, could lead to disaster. There was no way to know for certain what had caused the explosion. It could have been any of 1,000 things, but you blamed yourself nonetheless. Though your father would recover, his days as an engineer were likely over. Tormented by shame, you left Chaosbane to seek your fortunes in the old world. It was well known that humans valued dwarf craftsmanship in all its forms, so you traveled to Nuln in hopes of offering your skills to the Empire's famous gunnery school. You arrived in Nuln to find the Imperial throne vacant and the Empire in tatters, following a succession of pretenders and centuries of civil war. The gunnery school was but a shadow of its former glory, but the remaining engineers gladly welcomed you into their ranks. Your work at the gunnery school had barely begun when news of the Chaos invasion reached the city. As Magnus of Nuln rallied the people to resist the invaders, you and your fellow engineers readied the Empire's ancient guns for war. At Kislev, the Empire's cannons proved decisive, driving back the Chaos Horde again and again until Magnus and his knights defeated Asavar Kul. You returned to Nuln a hero, lauded by the humans for your courage and skill. Later, when word of your exploits reached Magnus, you were surprised to receive an invitation to join his retinue.
What's all that noise? I best go have a look. Groundmaze Ironbeard! We're under attack.
Thanks, Sigmar, you're here. There's monsters everywhere. The tower's being overrun.
Not if I've got anything to say about it. Where's Magnus?
Upstairs in the throne room. There's armor in a chest by the stairs. Take whatever you need, but hurry.
As you reach the throne room, the air seethes with foul magics. A Chaos Sorceress stands before the throne, and Magnus, the savior of the Empire, is caught within her spell. There's only one thing to do. Calling upon the spirits of your ancestors, you raise your hammer and charge! By the time you regain your senses, the battle is over. The sorceress is gone, leaving you and Magnus for dead. The shouts of angry men fill the throne room, but these are not guardsmen. They are witch hunters, the Empire's feared inquisitors, led by none other than the infamous Heinrich Voss. You are under arrest for the murder of the Emperor Magnus, Voss declares. You try to tell him about the sorceress, but Voss refuses to listen. I see no sorceress here, he shouts. Only you and a room full of dead men. Confess your crimes, dwarf, Voss threatens. We will have the truth from you one way or another. After a week in the dungeons, you'll tell me everything I want to know. But before the witch hunter could make good on his threat, a commanding voice filled the room. Stop this madness at once! Teclis, lawmaster of the High Elves, regards Voss coldly. Keela Gunnarsdottir has told you the truth, he said. It is you who have refused to listen. Teclis examines Magnus in silence. He lives, thank the gods, the High Elf says at last. But he is in the grip of a powerful curse. It is only a matter of time before he succumbs. No one outside this room must know what happened here. If the people learn that Magnus has fallen, then everything he fought for will have been for nothing. The fate of the Empire lies in our hands. We must find this sorceress and end the curse before it's too late. If Magnus dies, the Empire dies with him. There are dark and terrible forces at work in the city, Keela Gunnarsdottir. If we are to find...
What must I do? Tell me. And by my ancestors, I'll see it done.
The attack on the tower came from the sewers that stretch beneath the city. So long as the enemy controls the tunnels surrounding the tower, our position here is vulnerable. Your first task.
Nothing that there's two. I'm out of fuel right now. The tunnels surrounding the tower are clear. I killed every cultist I could find. But there's got to be more, deeper in the sewers.
I do not doubt it. The servants of Nurgle flourish in dark. Well done. Return to me when you are ready for your next task. There is grim news from the tower. Voss has learned that a large group of Magnus's...
I should hope so. Any self-respecting dwarf would have done the same.
They've been gone too long, Keela. Either they've gotten lost in the tunnels, or the cultists have cut them off.
They say.
Right now. Give me rage food. Still need to wait a few moments. Don't want to explode. Too much pressure. You will want to explode. Wait. Oh, still need to wait a few moments. I'm out of fuel right now. Too much pressure! I don't want to explode! I'm out of fuel right now.
Damned cultist lured us into a trap.
Save your strength, lad. Let's get you back to the tower.
They took them, and
my son's decided he's a... I've heard rumours.
It was no use. The soldiers had been lured into an ambush.
And the others?
Aye.
Not prison. We must do everything we can.